We're in stage 2 for putting Robi together. Here's a little Robi Jr. We might actually be a little too zoomed. Hopefully you can see everything. So in the last stage I put the eyes together, and we put this portion together as like a base to put his, and we're going to put his eyes into the base. And so this is the section we're on now, and we're almost actually done. I was just low on battery and didn't want to run out of battery, impacting the video getting done. So we've only got 15 through 24 for the steps. So pick either of the completed eyes up. The first one you fit will become Robi's right eye. And we got Robi Jr. here, and mini Robi as well, here to watch us. I'm going to move him over because I changed the camera angle slightly, so that now it's better to put them over here. And these are the other parts that we have. We put some of those away from stage 1. Hopefully all the screws get used, because I'm a little concerned if they don't that I will lose them, because they're really tiny. They're like super tiny screws. So you can't even see them. They're so tiny probably. Okay, hold the head frame from step 8 as shown. Turning the eye around until the circled holes in the eye frame line up with those on the right of the head frame. So it looks to me like maybe, there we go. Okay, so this is the right side of Robi's head. So I take the eye, and I take this section, and I line it up to here. So it's going to line up this part to here. And then I'm going to screw that in. Insert the eye behind the head frame and align the holes so they're ready to be screwed together. Okay, so let me see here. I've got to actually look at that picture. Pretty certain that that's it. Don't know what they mean by the other parts of it, but it looks to me like that is it. And I gotta take my glasses off like before. And this is not so easy. So it's definitely gonna be this way. So the screws are going to be on this side. Okay. These are not exactly magnetic screws from what I'm seeing. The way they tell you to do the screwdriver is to hold it like this and do it like this way. Did not feel like it was magnetic, which is unfortunate. It's very tiny. Okay. It'd be best to get them through both of them and then start tightening it. Entirely certain that I've gotten it in the hole. It definitely doesn't look like I've entirely got it in the hole. No, I do. Okay, so I'm not certain. I guess this is his right eye because it's going to be like this. So I'm not going to tighten it all the way yet. Repeat the steps to the left eye. And it says check that the whiter part of the whites. Okay, I actually do see that. So the whiter part of the eye should be on the outside. So I definitely see that. And so let's get this one on. It should be, again, the same. Okay. Get 2 little bitty tiny screws. I don't see how it's possible for me to use all of them. But I could totally be wrong. Okay, so let's try to get this in. Yeah, I think I've got it. Okay, now I'm not necessarily always remembering to do the screwdriver the way they said, which is where it's supposed to be like this. Something you gotta be real careful with on these. I think I need to maybe push it in a little more. Worried about over tightening them. No, I think it's okay. I mean, I don't think I've over tightened them yet. Okay, go back to the first eye because I had wanted to be careful to not tighten them both yet. Checking, yeah, that's still not flush like that one. So let's hold it again against it like we did the other. Yeah, this one's not necessarily going as well. It seems to me like, not certain why. This one seems looser. There we go. Hopefully. Okay. Be very careful with them. Let's try the same with this again and make sure we got it flush. I think this one is. I think we've got it as good as we're gonna get. So it looks like this. And like I said, the whiter parts on the outside. So these are slightly whiter here. Okay, so line up the face. Head suddenly is shown. The 2 curves of the upper edge fit against the edges of the eyes. So that's this. We're on this page now. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to make sure, because if I get them dropped on the floor, that will not be a good thing. Okay, so it looks like we are supposed to get this, and it's going to be like this. Oh, there we go. Like this. Fit the face between the left and right head frames so that the screw holes on the left and right of the face line up with the corresponding holes circled in red. Yep, I see that. There's the holes on the sides here. Insert 2 the screws on the right side of the head, tighten with the screwdriver, turn the assembly over and repeat on the left side. So it looks like, I think they said earlier even that maybe there were 2 extra screws. So if that's the case, that's really great, because maybe they are slightly magnetic. No, not magnetic enough. Okay, so this is going to be fun. And I might have just lost one. So hopefully there really are 2 extras. Okay, so let me get this one in. At this rate, I'm going to lose all of them. Okay, so I can't keep losing them. I got to figure out what I did with at least one of those, because at least I found one. So, getting some stuff on the floor. And I found the other one. All right. Okay, so let's try that again. It's not super easy, I'll tell you that. The way the angle is that I have to hold it to get it in, it's not super easy. Maybe it's okay this time. Maybe. Nope. And we dropped it again on the floor. So, I think I jinxed myself because I was doing okay with the screws prior to this section. I think once I get one of them in, yeah. Once I get one of them in, it should be okay. So I dropped 2 again, and I found them. So the trials and tribulations of me trying to manage to get screws, tiny screws into this. Okay, let's hope this time that we get it. I'm not super steady, and this is something that does need somebody to be super steady. Come on. Okay. All right, well, let's try it on this side. You know, whichever one we can get in and get it to actually go in. I sure hope I've got it in this time. Doesn't feel like it. Oh my goodness. And I can actually even see when it's lined up. So it just keeps getting unlined each time I manage to finally get it into the hole. Might be lined up that time. I sure hope so. Doesn't feel like it is, but it looks like it should be. It really does look like it should be lined up. And so I don't know why it wasn't that time. So we're down to 4 because I'm not going to keep trying to find the ones that I've dropped. I'm going to push them in and see if that has better luck. At least it's not falling this time. So this time we finally got it in. Sorry that it was, and I know I said we weren't supposed to do the screwdriver that way, but for the sake of getting this done, come on. Pushing it in definitely is the way to go. So now I know. Okay, so now hopefully we get this side done and don't lose any more screws. Yeah, and I think we just lost another screw. So I will hopefully find that one in a second after I push this one in enough to get it to go. Hopefully. It's partially not lined up, it looks like. Yeah, now it seems to be lined up. Hoping that that's lined up enough. Seems like it is. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so attempt to find at least one of the screws. Yeah, I found it, thankfully. And so here we go. The last screw, and I think we're almost done. So was very painstaking to get this one. Hopefully I can find the screws after I'm done with the video. I'm not, like I said, the most stable in the world in regards to, not shaking. And there we go. That is good. I'm glad we finally got that. So we got that. And then we've got, if I can find it, there we go. There we go. All right, hopefully that is it. And we say here, tighten with the screwdriver, repeat. This completes this stage of the assembly with the features of Robi's face beginning to take shape. Store it carefully until next time. So this part from stage 1 didn't get used. These are 2 different parts. And this part didn't get used either. Which I think might be the top of his head. Yeah, definitely is the top of his head. And this is one of his ears. So, there we go. It's going to be one of his ears. So, we'll store these until the next time, like I said. Thank you very much. I'm going to shut the video off in a second. Hopefully I can find, I found one of the screws, but yeah, the other one, hopefully I find it. Thanks for sticking through it with me.